Mr. Arns here again. I just wanted to say a thing or two about homework. I'm sitting here in my house, in my dining room actually, where I do most of my homework. Every night I have things to score and lessons to prepare for the next day. And I think that it would be a good idea if you think about a good place in your house where you can get some serious work done. Remember I told you in one of the earlier videos I'd expected about 15 minutes a night. Maybe not every night of the week, but a couple nights a week, maybe 3 nights a week. 15 minutes per night to study on chemistry. Practice is what hones your skills and allows you to really incorporate ideas into your knowledge base in a different way than people who don't practice. You know that if you're an athlete, you couldn't skip practice every day and expect to do well in the big race or the game. So the same is true of chemistry. Practice is good. And the first thing about homework is to find a good place to do it. So here I am in my dining room. Welcome to my house. It's a comfortable place for me. I can work here and be more or less uninterrupted, aside from some normal traffic that's headed toward the kitchen, which is right over there, so that you get food and snacks. And that's one of the reasons I work here too, because I'll work for about 30 or 45 minutes. Then I'll take a little break, 5 or 10 minutes, let my mind kind of relax a little, maybe read a little bit in a magazine or something like that, and then go on to the next thing. I always come to my workspace prepared. I always have that book. You know how important that is. I always have a calculator nearby. I have my folder of materials that I'm going to grade. Maybe some other books that I'm interested in reading about to prepare a lesson. For you, it probably would be your notebook, your textbook, a calculator, maybe an article that we read that day in class that I've asked you to summarize and work on for homework. I also will have oftentimes a book like this, an old-fashioned dictionary with me. That's handy to have around my workspace. And if you're so lucky as to have one, maybe even one of these, so that you can watch those other great videos that I put online. One of these great computers you could use. If you've got access to one, that's great. If you've got a desktop computer, then you can use that too. That might limit where you study, but it probably is a good place to study. If I were you, one of the first things that I would do is take out this little rascal, this phone, and I would turn it off. Going off, turn it off, and put it away. See, it's easy to be distracted when you're doing homework. And if you're only going to work for 15 or 20 minutes, you need that 15 or 20 minutes to be pretty concentrated. And again, practice is what hones your skills. It'll allow you to truly understand, so that in fact, just like in the olden days, if you're really lucky, a light bulb will go on. That's an idea, an understanding. Something that you've really got in your mind, and you've connected it with your experience, and that is chemical success. Find a good place to study and do it every night.